secret place where there's only you and me. I don't know what to do, I'm so confused, and I need peace. Take me home. Take me home. Take me Sometimes life weighs me down. I try to press on, but every time I turn around, it seems like I'm up against the wall. My life's upside down. I need to rest away from all life's mess in your secret place where there's only you and me. I don't know what to do, I'm so confused, and I need peace. Take me to your secret place. Take me to your secret place. Take me to your secret place.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Um, I'm your host today. I'm your host. Everybody knows me. I'm God's Gift E-Dubb on Facebook. One half of C2E Entertainment. Me and my boy, we came up with this. We started something called Real Talk Tuesday. We branded ourselves C2E Entertainment, and then it's taking off. So we doing our thing. I'm your host today. Inez will be joining us momentarily, I guess, But until she does, we gonna keep the ball rolling. Okay. Welcome to the Thursday thing. She's been doing it for a while, and so here we go. Today we got two guests for the Thursday thing today. We have our first guest, whose name is Charlita. Charlita is affectionately known as Lita. She's a graduate of a HBCU, Xavier University of Louisiana. She graduated in 2009. Her class was known as From the Storm to the Stage because they started their college life weeks before Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. But they all successfully graduated. She's currently working in management for one of the greatest nonprofit organizations in Illinois, in which they advocate for early childhood education. She recently did a soft launch of my new business, Lifted by Lita, where her goal is to lift people in various ways through encouraging words, great ideas for self-care, activity kits, health drinks, and cocktails. All right. I'm gonna need to check with her because that's definitely what I need. I need to check the cocktails. She just can't wait to join the show.
Hey,
Lita, are you there? Hello, Lita. Thank you for
I am.
joining us today.
Hey. Good. How you doing?
We're glad you're here.
My
We're
baby
glad you're
showing
here.
some love to me.
That's what's up. We love the babies.
Love it.
Um,
Thank you for having me.
So you also said you were single. She said she's single and
Yes,
looking forward to ending her single chapter with the prize we're waiting for.
absolutely.
Like that. That's beautiful. That's a
That's the
beautiful
goal.
thing. And now our second guest is Angelica. Angelica says, simply put, I'm an artist. My best work can be found on carefully constructed strands of hair. Oh, okay. So she's getting the, she's getting the ladies right. Hopefully the gentlemen too, because I might need a cut. Or intricately woven words that empower, encourage, and inspire. She's been doing hair and writing for over 20 years. She's written and published 3 books, written multiple articles for magazines, and she's currently working on publishing other projects. Her art is her life. Do we have Angelica? Angelica, where you at?
Hi, E-Dubb. That's not my bio.
This,
That ain't
what?
me.
Who's this?
I
Oh,
don't
I'm sorry.
know.
That's what I have for you. Is
I
that
am
is that
an
is that
artist,
another
but I'm
guess?
not a writer. I guess so. I can tell you a little bit about myself, though, if you'd like.
Well, tell us about yourself. Of course we do. Of course we want you to. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Angelica London. I'm a visual artist based here in Chicago. I'm also an elementary school art teacher in the lovely Southside neighborhood of Inglewood. I am again a visual artist that's shown all over the city. Been showcased during Art Basel Miami last year, and also should have been this year, but then it was canceled due to COVID. But I have a sip and paint business that has turned virtual during COVID. So my story is all about
Okay.
the pivot. So I'd love to tell you all more about that a little bit later.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. So today, you know what the topic is today, right, ladies? Virtual dating options. Uh-oh. Now we talking. We gonna be.
Not the
I
glasses.
I need y'all to be. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to get an insight. Now, from what my perspective, virtual dating has been kind of frowned upon. People talk about it. Oh no, you met him offline, or you met her offline. That's never gonna work. You know. And me personally, I think that if you find somebody and it's genuinely a connection, doesn't matter where you met them, how you met them, online, outside, however. What do you guys think about the whole virtual dating thing? Miss Lita, I'm gonna ask you first. What do you think?
Okay, cool. So I was initially one of those people who said, "What? Online dating? I'm not doing that. That's creepy. Why is there no?" But due to the pandemic, and we're really having limited resources on how to actually meet people, because even if you see someone in the grocery store, you're just seeing their eyes up. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
people less likely to, approach you. But I think it's okay. I mean, it's a nice way to kind of screen people. You know what you like. So
Mm-hmm.
scrolling at first it's a little superficial because you're just looking based off looks initially, and then they at least giving you a little snippet of who they are. So it's just a nice little way of kind of screening people. So I don't think that it's as bad as I thought a few years ago. I'll just say that.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Miss London?
Well, wow, I wasn't prepared for this conversation. So I am not single, and I found my boyfriend
Oh.
on a dating app. We
Okay.
met in
Okay.
February, so right in time before COVID.
More COVID.
Right before.
Good job.
So
Okay.
we've been together for almost a year. We met on Hinge. My experiences prior to that were not that great. Of course, online dating. I was actually against online dating because of the negative experiences I had had. And all my coworkers were like, "Oh, Hinge is good. I've met some quality people. Like, you should check it out." So I'm like, winter months, just get interested in that type of thing. So I logged in and, found what I was looking for. And so I was fortunate in that market uh, because of that experience. But, online dating can definitely be interesting. You get a lot of people's representatives.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get the real until way later. But, I think that it isn't, I'm an old fashioned type person to think like, oh, I'm going to meet them at like a house party with mutual friends, like a really like organic way. But the way that our society is right now, especially I'm over 30. So especially at that point, you're in your niches now. So you do the work, you do the home, you do the work, you go back home. And so there's not really a lot of in between time. So online dating is kind of like the way to go because we're also wrapped up in our day-to-day lives. So, hit or miss. Luckily, I hit. So
Yeah,
it
you.
worked.
That's good. Congratulations.
It worked. Thank you.
That's
And
what's up.
we still going since
That's
February.
good.
So
Awesome.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And
thank
it's funny that you mentioned this. COVID, COVID-19 with all these restrictions, it's almost impossible to meet someone and get a connection.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that, if there is a genuine connection, we gotta both go make sure we ain't got COVID before we can even get our first kiss going. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't even give me my kiss at the door. But so with everything that's going on with COVID, how do you think that's boosted the online dating world? How do you think it's more conducive to that, Miss Lita?
It definitely boosted because I was one of them. So I actually was thinking like Angelica. I started back online dating about February, right before the pandemic hit. And then when it hit, I'm like, oh well, guess this was the real way to do it for this year, unfortunately. So it definitely pushes you to do it that way because you're in the house, but it makes
Hmm.
you get a little more creative with the dates because when it first hit in
Hmm.
March, I was like, I'm not trying to see you. Like, And then I'm like, I don't want to make them think I'm a catfish neither, but it's like, well, we have to figure it out. So did a lot of video chatting. I think we were doing little walks in the park, little weird stuff like that, but it was cool. It was fun. It was you're able to get to know people a little bit more. So I feel like the pandemic kind of forces you to actually get to know the person more than
Hmm.
probably would have initially because you'll go on the first date and then you'll probably just keep it moving if the first date was bad. But now that the first date is a little different and it's more so you talking on the phone, video chatting, texting a lot more prior to you actually going on a first date, it gives you the benefit of the doubt more so to say.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah,
I
I
could
Miss
only
London, you
imagine.
just, you already
Well,
in it. You locked in
but
already,
you
Miss London. You
look,
locked
talk
in.
about what
but you
dates I
still
did. Look.
you still gotta right. Here's the thing. We only had like 2 or 3 real dates before COVID really hit. Like we only have been to one restaurant, 2 restaurants together. And the second one was like when restaurants opened again for you to sit back in. So there was a long break between that. We went to one like live music situation and one like bar. So we only had 3 real outside dates before everything really hit. So you still got to be creative post, the lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So that still applies. We definitely get creative. We went to like cabins and like hiked and stuff at what's it called, Starved Rock. We did that. So that was like outside activities. We took a road trip. So this has definitely allowed us to get to know each other better. There's no distractions. I'm busy with my business and he's also an entrepreneur. So he's busy with his business, but I'm also a teacher. So I'm busy with virtual learning throughout the day. So I am still my regular busy self, but I'm in the house. I'm in the house
Hmm.
being busy as
Hmm.
opposed
Right.
to us not seeing each other and like being really busy. Like that's my quarantine buddy. So that's who I'm with all the time. So it definitely forced us to get to know each other better, be creative with how we got to know each other. And it's nice to not have the distractions. It is a little frightening. You wonder like, okay, when the world does open up and those distractions come back, what is it going to be like?
Right.
But I think that this is a great way to build that foundation so that when those distractions come, we good. Like we already
Hmm.
know what's going on and don't have to worry about anything else.
I agree.
Okay. You know what? I feel that there's pros and cons, to what happened to relationships and how we go about them during the COVID-19. Because on the upside, like you said, the creativity is at an all-time high. Like you have to really like come up with some crazy ideas. Like we got to do some things because we
Yeah.
can't do too much. You know what I mean? But on the other side, there might be a disconnect in the energy. When you first meet someone, because of COVID-19, and we're maybe video chatting a lot. There's certain energies that you would want to feel that if you were right in front of each other, having certain conversations that you just feel you can feel the energy. 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 You can f told, so to speak. You know what I mean? You can feel, okay, well, I feel the person's being genuine, or if they're not. So there are definitely pros and cons. So I want to ask you, ladies, what are some of the apps that you've used, and give me a good rating, a bad rating for those apps. We're gonna start with you, Miss Lita.
Ooh, some ratings. All right. So what have I tried? Okay, so I think Hinge is okay. She definitely mentioned Hinge, and let's see. I guess I give Hinge maybe. So none is getting a 10 because clearly I'm still single, right? So Hinge, yeah, I guess you could say it's about a 6. It's quality people, but they kind of be on some BS, just kind of passing time, which I can't really fault them for that because we all are in the house and that's just kind of how it goes. Bumble, I believe that's quality too. It's the little trickery of us females having to reach out first. So that's making us a little more proactive because there's been many times where I'm just swiping. I'll match with someone and don't get back on 2 to 3 days later because life is life, get kind of busy. Even though I'm stuck in the house, still got a lot of stuff going on. I'll say Bumble maybe is like a 7. And Tinder, I heard too many bad stories about Tinder, so I can't really give you my honest opinion on Tinder because I haven't got on there too much. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna rank it. So Bumble definitely is the top one out of the 3 that I've tried.
Okay, Miss London. Let's hear the ones that you tried that didn't work, and then tell us the good thing about the one that you did try because you locked in right now. We want to know about that one.
Oh, I tried them all at one time or two. I did what's it called, Tinder for literally like a day because it was too out there. And I also saw a lot of people I knew, so it was just too much. Yeah, they all suck to be quite honest. They're not great, but Hinge, I would honestly say like my critique of Hinge and what I've told people is that I just really found quality people as far as like quality employment that matched mine. Like I had seen doctors and like educational professionals, just more professional. I felt like people were on there, and I'm looking for Black men, and so I felt like that had a larger group of Black men on there if that's what you're interested in. So that was a good one for me. But their commercial is what is it called, made to be deleted, and I feel like that's I feel like they do a good job with that. Oh, okay, this is my main reason. They're good because your profile, one, is very easy to make. All they ask you are questions. And I think that they are really questions that make you get to know people. I vividly remember, and my boyfriend and I talk about this to this day. One of the questions, I forget what the question was, but my answer was, is it 5-2 or fine 2? And anybody that knows that song knows that that's a great, like, conversation starter. Like, what did he actually say in that song? So I just liked how Hinge prompted good conversations. I felt like based on their question prompts.
So. I definitely agree about that. I was like, oh, this is different. And then the fact that you're just not responding with a generic, hey, what's going on? You're responding to specifically either their picture or the answer to their question. So that was right. Cool.
Oh yeah, that definitely put it higher ranked than anything else for me.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you back.
Yay.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. It cut off on me. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what was going on. It cut off on me.
That's all right.
I hope y'all held it down while I was gone, right?
We did.
We did. We started a new show. Lita in London.
There we go.
That's
LL.
Long as y'all held it down. So I partially heard a little bit, just a little bit. But the dating app that you said you got, you and your guy, y'all hooked up. It was called Hinge.
Yes. Hinge was a good one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Ms. Lita, what you think about Hinge? You on Hinge, right?
I was, yes. I was just telling her that I like the fact that you can kind of message about your pictures as well as the questions that they're asking instead of just liking or saying a generic, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, Inez.
Hi,
Um,
Inez.
so yeah, so Hinge was pretty okay. Again, it just seemed like people were just using it to pass time. So you'll get a message 3 weeks later, like, hey, what you doing? Like, what?
Yeah, not being consistent. Mhm.
Right. But I definitely feel like
Okay.
it had quality people on there in regards to the good jobs and people seeming like they wanted something serious. So that helped.
Hmm. Okay.
Heavy
We
emphasis
got
on seeming.
Right.
we we got the host of the show here.
Hey.
She just popped in, looking beautiful. How you doing, Miss Jones?
Hello, everybody. Oh my
We
goodness.
miss you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, I didn't realize how long it had been. It's been like 3 weeks since I've been live on my own show, but it has gone on. So kudos to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. E-Dubb, always coming through, the hostess with the mostest. And I was listening, Angelica and Lita, y'all were holding it down. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all forgot about one of the apps, though. Y'all forgot about one of the apps. Y'all forgot about
Uh-oh.
BLK.
LK.
Oh, I never did that one.
I'm telling
How
my
was that
secret.
I didn't
You
like
know,
that one.
well,
It had some nice looking men for sure, but the quality was for me.
Uh-oh.
no, I feel like it was a mixture. I think it was overwhelming at first. The first day I put my little profile up there, which I probably shouldn't have put all my cute pictures
Right.
you know. But I got like 2,000 likes at first, and so it was overwhelming with like,
Wow.
oh, okay, like who do I like click? But I felt like it's an investment. I think when you decide that you're gonna date online, and like you guys said earlier, like it has to be. Well, for me, I was like, well, shoot, I ain't been single in 4 years. I'm so rusty. And we're in the middle of a pandemic. How are people dating? How are they meeting people? So that little app just kept popping up on the Facebook thing. Oh, hello, whoever that is. Yes, thank you. I'm not quite 100%, but I said I was gonna come on anyway. But I am. So yeah, so it was interesting, and it's an app. What's BLK? It's an app, a dating app. So they were talking about the dating apps. So yes, the quality was, I think the quality was decent. I think you have to kind of weed through. I do. So there's a lot of questions, before they, get to any other level. But I met some decent people. I can't even lie. And, some of the smart ones, found me elsewhere. And I went on a couple of dates. I was a little surprised at how the dating game has changed, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. I heard Angelica say old school, and that's my soror. Listen on here. And so I know that, I don't know, people wasn't getting the cookie after the first date.
Right.
So I had one of those. I only had one of those. But for the most part, they were genuinely cool people. What I do find that interesting is like there's some of these Facebook groups that are like singles and different dating things, and so I joined a couple of those. I was like, oh, and those actually have been a little bit better, college degreed people. not that that's like a make or break, because I'm very versatile, but no, definitely, I mean, just dope individuals. And so I think it's just a matter of finding the right fit. And so we'll see. I'm still single as of now, but who knows how long. And so I heard about that Hinge though, but I was like, I can't handle more than one of these things in this Facebook group. And
right.
My businesses, it's just too much. It's like a whole second job.
It is.
Doing the dating virtually. It's a whole different beast. And I'm old school. I still want to be wooed. I want to be courted and dated, as our topics had earlier, or earlier in the show, in the lines when we first started doing them. That's what we talked about, dating and courting. And Ed was one of my first guests.
It's a lost art. That's definitely a lost art.
It is.
You know what? And chivalry, and I have to give you your credit, because as long as I've known him, I ain't never touched the door. Okay, like, so kudos, and we need to teach more of our men this. Okay, and my little cousin, his little girlfriend, they're in high school, whatever, and she went to grab for the car door. I said, "Oh no, honey, he was raised right. You don't open no door.
Right.
You don't do that." And you wait.
A woman's hand should always be clean. Always be clean.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna say why, but they should always be clean.
Oh, tell us why. Wait a minute now.
We gotta keep it
going.
But they should always be clean. They should always be clean.
But there's something else though. What's the other chivalrous thing that you always like and they do?
Besides opening doors, paying for food, That's chivalrous.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
though,
you can go Dutch
even though,
sometimes. Like that's not
no.
okay.
We talking about men, right? If I
Ooh, real
invite
men.
you
Okay.
to come out I want you to go out on a date with me. We're not going
Okay.
Dutch. There's no such thing as Dutch.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay for the food. I invited you.
Okay.
Now, if you invite me after the first, second date, now it's cool. I'll give you a chance. But I invited you, and I'm
Okay.
the one doing the chasing. Men is supposed to be the one doing the chasing.
And what about when you walking?
Always on the inside. Woman's always on the inside.
Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Man's
My
always on the
boyfriend
side.
literally tackles me
Always
to
look
put me
good.
on the inside.
You
It's so
wouldn't
important.
believe how many people don't
Yeah.
know that. Like I thought
They
it was.
don't.
I thought it was a rule. Like I didn't realize that it wasn't like everybody learned this at
Right.
a age. It's not one of those things. The men walk on the outside of the woman when y'all walking down the street, and so I find myself having to teach a few folks that one because I believe men will give you what you require. So
There we go. That's true.
the door will stay closed until he opens it, and then he'll get the hint.
Are you smiling and looking cute? Open the door now, okay?
If you didn't already know, like guys give E-Dubb, he already knows. He got that. His mama raised him right. Okay,
That's
so
good.
he got that. He had mama and sisters. See, that's what it is. I think when I think that makes a difference too. So yes, oh my gosh, I just enjoy this. I can't tell you how much I missed this show, and I didn't even tell everybody I was actually coming back tonight because I really didn't know if I was or not. And so E-Dubb is the bomb. I was like, we just gonna co-host it if I can get on. But I do want to make sure y'all share about your businesses because that's part of why I asked y'all to be on, because in this online dating world, I found that we had to get creative with the different ways to date. And I heard someone mention something earlier about one of the different things. I think it was you, maybe Angelica, that you've done. And Lita, you said walking in the park, and Angelica, you said y'all went hiking or something. And so, yes, all of the above.
Right.
And then also, just wine and watches one of those verses. Like the next verse is coming up. What is it? Ashanti and somebody.
Keisha Cole.
And so, you can do a date night, right?
I've definitely done that before.
I thought that it would be great to give the audience a lot of different options. And so I definitely want to hear from you all about what you have that people can purchase, right? As well, if they like, so that they can get into this dating world, because it seems like we're going back on lockdown, honestly. Yes, thank you. My texting the bomb. Ashanti versus Keisha Cole, December 12th, 5 p.m. What is that? Pacific? Okay, so 8 p.m. Eastern, which will be 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay, I got these time zones down.
Right.
So yeah, so like that could be a date night. I definitely did that with a couple of the verses, and we just both pressed, watched it at the same time and kind of chill, because it's almost like being at a concert. Like really, like it's a vibe. Or if it's the rap ones, it's look at you. So I think that's a great option. But okay, come on, Angelica, tell us what you can do, and then Lita, you follow her.
For sure. So back to the pivot idea. So before COVID, a part of my art business was to do in-person sip and paint. So I would bring everything to someone's place, whether it be a separate venue or in person. Or at their home. I pivoted in April. So of course I couldn't do any of the in-person things. So I created a night that was first on Facebook Live and Instagram Live called Wind Down Wednesday. It was every Wednesday on those live formats, and it was a guided sip and paint instruction led by me with cool music and all that. And so I had a really great turnout, but in combination with those lessons was a kit that I sent. So I named it the Lit Kit, and the Lit Kit includes all your supplies that you need for that event. So Wind Down Wednesday has now turned into a monthly event. So now it's every first Wednesday of the month. And we have a live DJ that plays for us, DJ B-Man, who's a Chicago-based DJ, but he's DJed for celebrities, Chance the Rapper. He's been on TV. He's a big deal. I love me some DJ B-Man. And and Inez probably remembers B-Man too from undergrad.
Look, I'm on mute thinking I'm talking. I'm like, yes,
that's our dude. We've known him forever, since undergrad days, and he's definitely evolved since then. So the Lit Kit Art Box the Lit Kit has now turned into the Lit Kit Art Box. So the Lit Kit Art Box is a subscription option. So in that box you receive, as you look at the picture, there's 3 step-by-step images that you would receive with showing you how to complete a painting. For people that don't want to follow the step-by-step, it does come with carbon paper if you just want to trace the image and then paint it after. But it's got all the supplies you need. So this is a picture of our September box, which was wine themed. And so there's 3 box options. There's a kids option because I'm a teacher. I can't leave out the kids, which is age 6 to 18 geared. And then there's a deluxe and basic box, which is for adults 21 and up. A lot of our themes are adult, but not like raunchy. So again, our themes have been wine. I do have a partnership with a Black-owned wine company in the Bay Area. So there's coupons and information about their company in there. So we just want to make sure that it's age appropriate. But yeah, I've done large parties for literally yesterday. I did a party for Pfizer, but this is their 3rd party with me. Done parties for Northwestern Law School. I'm a Columbia College Chicago grad. So I've done things for them. University of Pittsburgh ordered 300 kits from me. So since April, I've sold 1,200 kits and counting because I have a ton of events. Thank you. But yeah, it's a great date night option. My minimum is 2. So I've done date nights for some people we know, Inez. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my
brain fart. TV freeze.
It's
oh
okay.
my goodness. One of my profiles. But yes, so my minimum is 2. Deanna, she's gonna hate me for that brain freeze. But yes, I do date nights all the time. Yes, exactly. I do date nights all the time. So minimum is 2, max is like over 100. So it's been a great time. We're in the process of trademarking. So if anyone knows about trademarking, the TM is the first thing you get when you put the application in. The R with the circles, which you get like 7 months later. So I probably have about 2 months left waiting for my trademark to go through. But yeah, it's been a great process. I'm big on the music, so I'm all about the vibe. So I teach you how to do the painting, but it's really about having fun. And of course, like we talked about earlier, you just got to be creative during this time, whether it be actually being creative with artistically or just creative with thinking about other things to do. So yeah, please follow me. There's a sale going on right now. 25% off for new subscribers. If you just want 1 box, you can go to my website, alondonart.com, which is swiping at the bottom. And then you have the option of just checking out 1 box, or if you want to join the subscription. We all are a part of some sort of subscription. We all got Netflix. So, but the beauty of mine, I wish I could skip a month for Netflix. Maybe I don't want to watch movies that month. And you can't do that. But for mine, you can skip a month and do it whenever you like to. So that's me. It's fun. Enjoy.
Oh, that's nice.
I love it. I have to get
Thank
one.
you.
And I was like, and I should say how this transpired. And we might have some stuff we'll show later, but I had put a post out like, okay, what are people doing in this dating age? And then Angelica, you commented on my post like, yo, hit me up. I was like, I love you, my beautiful Neo. And I was like, and then someone else, who tagged you, Lita? I don't even remember.
I think it was Jillian.
Okay, yeah. So somebody else tagged you like, hey, you should. Oh yes, Jill. That's my Jill from Kenwood. Yes. And so she tagged her, and that's how I got to meet you.
Right.
And boom, here we are. So I just love the organic, involvement of it. And so I'd love to hear from you too, Angelica. That was totally dope. And your website was scrolling across the bottom for all those wines. And so if y'all want to get a lit kit, you can get one for kids
or join Wine Down Wednesday. Wine Down Wednesday again is every first Wednesday of the month. It's a public sip and paint. So literally people have joined for date night. There was a guy that I know who's in Chicago, but his boo is in Philly. So they joined Wine Down Wednesday together, and that was their date night. So Wine Down Wednesday is a really fun way to do that. But you can send me emails if you want more information about any of those things.
Nice. Okay, Lita. And then Ed, I want to hear what you think that people are doing or what you've done in this virtual dating world. Okay, so get ready. Just that was a preface.
Absolutely. So to give some tips that I did actually when I was doing the online dating, when the pandemic first started, I did the Netflix and chill where we basically watched the same movie. This is before Netflix decided to do I think they do like a party theme or something like that, where we basically would text throughout the movie, which sounds kind of lame, but it was pretty cool, right? But I started doing date night kits. The pandemic actually is what made me do this soft launch of Lifted by Lita. It was always something I kind of pondered, but I was never pushed to do it. And honestly, how it formulated was I was on Snapchat and I actually learned how to make a Hennessy sidecar. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that cognac drink, but
That's my favorite.
oh, who's saying that?
I'm a sidecar just fan. So any sidecar, I'm your girl.
Oh,
I love
to let you try it. That exactly. So that's my favorite drink. That's all I really drink when I'm out. And what I found out is a lot of bartenders do not know how to make it appropriately. So while I was sitting at home, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go to Benny's, get some ingredients, and see how it turns out. I end up mastering the sidecar and I was just ecstatic. So I got on Snapchat just raving about how great of a cocktail I just made. And I did it like maybe 3 or 4 times. No, I don't even think it was that many. I think it was like twice. And people started hitting me up like, are you selling them? And I'm like, no, but I can if y'all interested. And I just kind of played with it. And I threw it out there like, okay, how many people are interested? And, people just, start expressing interest. I took a few pre-orders, went on Amazon, bought me some mason jars, and boom, I started making cocktails. A lot of people like the Hennessy sidecar, fortunately, but everybody not a cognac drinker. So when I brought it to Facebook, they actually asked me about, vodka drinks and tequila drinks. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let me put my old college side job when I was a alcohol promotional model. I had the mixed drinks, So I'm like, let me put that hat back on and try to figure out some good, tasty drinks that people might like. So that's kind of how I started doing the cocktails. So people was hitting me up for the cocktails, but I'm like, I don't want to just be cocktails. Like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I think we should do activities with it. So I slowly started throwing out little promotions and specials. So it started with the candle making kits, and that got a lot of attention. I do the paint and sip kits where my partner actually with Dana Fine Art, she's an artist here locally, where she would pre-sketch whatever design that the person would like. We did it for both children as well as adults. So that was pretty cool. Then we started doing the puzzles where you can basically create your own puzzles as you just saw. You can put a phrase, you can draw your own picture, or you can actually have Dana do a pre-sketch of that. And you can color it, whether you want to do paint, markers, crayons. We can provide those supplies as well. Let me see what other. Oh, I did some pizza making kits. That was pretty cool. When I basically give you the ingredients and give you the step-by-step process of how to make a pizza. I have a sip and vibe where you basically, I give you a little playlist, some guided questions where you can just basically, you can do it virtually or you can do it in person, depending if they're living in a home with you. And you talk about different questions. You can possibly jot them down because I do provide a journal with that as well. Am I blabbering? But no, what else do I have? So basically my goal was to just create different activities because we were basically told to be in the house. And I thought that we should be able to still have fun. And then with me trying to date as well, I was like, okay, well, what's some things that we can do where they're not all under me or trying to be all under me? So we can either do it virtually in separate homes, or we can do it and still give that distance and wear the mask. People thought it was real strange that I was having dates with masks on all the time, besides when we were eating. I'm like, hey, COVID's real. I want to be safe. So that's what I kind of wanted to do for my potential customers, is give them some ideas and potentially stay safe. Oh, and I started to see my drinks. I'm sorry, I saw that scroll too. So I got into that because of COVID as well. I'm not gonna say I'm a health freak, but I'm very conscious of my health, and I try to live a balanced life. So even though I do have a cocktail here and there, I do still partake in healthy living. So the sea moss was something that I learned about a few years ago. I was taking the capsules, the gel, it transformed me. Like I was like, wow, the gel is more potent. So I didn't like the taste or the texture, so I started making a drink. And it was like a little juice, and people liked it, and that's kind of how I started, putting that out there. So basically, the pandemic pushed me to be an entrepreneur. So
that's all I'm gonna say. It sounds like you had a whole business lunch.
That sip and vibe thing sounds so good. That sip and vibe thing is so smart. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
So you might have to put a list of all the options and comments afterwards.
Absolutely,
because I'm sure people are gonna have questions because you had a few options. And so, okay, E-Dubb, your turn. Look, you got to answer all the questions you had asked them earlier.
I know.
So you asked me what was the most creative thing that I've done during the pandemic for a date. Well, first, I haven't really been on any dates. That's number one. Uh, During the pandemic, I worked for CTA. I'm a bus operator, so we didn't get laid off. I was working through the whole pandemic. Um, but I guess the most creative thing was I had a picnic in the living room. So moved all the furniture out the way, laid a blanket out. We had a little picnic and watched the movie. Um, I forgot. Actually, we didn't watch a movie. We were watching Lovecraft Country, which is a very good show, by the way. Um,
Yes, it
so
is. That's facts.
it
I
is.
agree.
That's probably the most creative thing I've done.
Listen, everybody go
Um,
watch Love Country.
yes, yes.
I second
They
that.
putting a lot of black literature in these
I
shows.
haven't seen it
So
yet.
Oh, it's so
we need to
good.
go
And
watch
they're
this.
coming out with it too. You
We
gotta
need to
watch it.
watch
You're gonna be
this.
so hooked. Like you
Oh,
Okay.
don't wanna
Well,
stop.
yay,
We need to watch
renewed. I
this.
didn't know that.
That was good.
Um,
Okay, so picnic in the house, right?
right,
Indoor
right.
picnic. Okay.
So right now I've been looking into something. It's called an erotic massage. I don't know if you ladies ever heard it. You probably have, because I'm looking at how to do it.
Oh,
The way you do it and how to,
okay.
it seemed like something that's pretty interesting to learn and be able to perform, with the restrictions, we got the mask on and everything, all that good stuff. So I've been
I
doing a
can't
little
take it.
research on that. I've been doing a little research on that. Um, when they opened a few things up, then I started to do, regular things. I went to the movies once or twice, but overall, I really haven't been dating, during the pandemic, online or otherwise. I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting, working on myself,
yes.
That's good.
Now's
and
the
I really haven't
time.
had time to date and stuff of that nature. So,
And
but that was cool.
you
Picnic
also
was cool, and then when I
launched
get
a
the
little
erotic,
business. You heard me? I think we're talking the same time. When you
it's
launched a little
it's in the
business,
making
go
still.
ahead.
So
No, it's launched. Y'all got thousands of folks that watch just like I do.
so so we have a show called Real Talk Tuesday. It's me and one of my partners. We call C2E Entertainment. We've been doing it since, I want to say, March. We started it Facebook Live, and now we got an Instagram. We're working on getting a YouTube. Um, and
Finally,
it's like
after
a show
Inez told you
where,
from the jump to get a YouTube.
yes, you told me a bunch of things like when we first started, and we just not getting into it. But and it's most of the time we talk about things that people don't like to talk about with everybody. You know what I mean? We talking about
It's
some
R
stuff,
rated.
and you're
Let's
gonna
just
be
be
like,
clear.
Oh, okay.
it's definitely rated R,
Or X.
definitely rated R,
What's the rated?
Renee.
and it's some good. Oh, not X, not X. Look, there's some good things though. There's some good conversations. It's not always rated R. We've had some other topics, raising a black boy in Chicago. We've had let's see, one we did is it
Y'all
was
talk about
slavery a choice.
the slavery and
That
the
was a
Eve
really
King.
good
I
topic.
remember that.
That was a really good topic. And then we had some R-rated ones, how to perform cunnilingus.
Oh,
What else? What else did we have? We had a few, we had a lot of shows. We also did one for underground Chicago artists. So a couple of Chicago artists, R&B and rap. We got them on the show. They brought three of their best songs, and we played the songs. So we try to give them a platform to get so where they can get their music broadcasted, because we got a decent following. I mean, the most we've done is about 8K views. Now, that's not bad. So
nice.
so if y'all
Like
want to
I
check that
said,
out,
so he also launched a business during the pandemic.
Okay, congratulations.
Sounds like Lita launched a business during the pandemic. Angelica got more
I extended.
pandemic. She extended. I heard 300 orders for somebody. I'm like,
Love
come on,
it.
sis, you gotta make
Okay.
that money.
And the blessing with that is that I didn't have to teach the class. I was just their supplier. So I just sent 350 kits to Pittsburgh and didn't even have to teach. So that was great.
Wow.
So I'm also a supplier for the other artists out there that are doing virtual sip and paints too. So
That's so dope.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And technically, I have to say these lives that I started during the pandemic. My very first public live was the last Thursday of May is when, and I've been going every week since. And then I started doing my makeup Mondays on Mondays, and I hadn't ever gone live actually publicly, so it was new for me, and that was one of the things I had to push myself out of my nest, right? To because you have to step out of your comfort zone. All of us on here, we stepped out of our comfort zone to rise to the occasion of the times right now, right? And to fulfill the needs and figure out how to do things, think outside the box. And then now how to
Don't forget Inez sings.
Yes, she does.
Forget that. Don't forget Inez sings.
Yes. And that was a big deal for me because, I hadn't really sang for anybody in quite some time. I mean, I would do the anthem once in a while, if the White Sox called and I was available. But other than that, I wasn't like singing like out and about. And so me even doing that was a big deal, or releasing my Secret Place song that y'all heard at the beginning and you'll hear some more at the end. So every fourth Thursday we sing, if y'all don't know, for the newcomers that are watching. And a lot of people watch this on the replay. It's amazing to me that it gets thousands of views after the fact, but that's fine. Comment along like y'all watching here live, and make sure to tune in because Christmas Eve I will be on singing with a guest, and so I'm excited. I got a phenomenal guest for you guys then, and we'll talk about the shows next week soon too. But okay, so E-Dubb, was that all you wanted to share? Because I got some games I want to make sure I share with people, because I was like, okay, what other things can we do? Because when they leave from watching this live, I want them to feel equipped to date during the pandemic.
Let's get into the game.
Okay. I'm a gamer. Anybody that really knows me knows that I love.
that was my favorite thing about you, Inez. Coming to your house for game night. Oh my gosh.
Since I got
the memories.
You know what? I'm about 4 years since I had a game night, but I'm overdue for a real game night. But I was known in the Chicagoland since I moved to the burbs. I ain't done it as much. So this one I have to show y'all, and I have it here. Okay, let me make sure I get close to the screen. And my tech team is gonna put it up too, but I wanted y'all to see it. Excuse me, y'all. No, I'm still getting over something. But the culture tags is a game that our soror and Angelica and I are deltas, just in case y'all, don't get it twisted. Our soror, unique Gibson Jones, or Jones Gibson, she's married now, who was the second national vice president when I was in chapter. So she's like amazing. She was just recognized on Forbes for this game. It is sold in Target, and you can also get it at culturetags.com. But let me let y'all know, it's so much fun. So I think we should do a couple of cards just so have y'all ever played? Have y'all heard of it? Is this new to y'all?
No, I'm excited.
Oh, okay. It's new.
I've never played. I've heard of it, but I never played.
I should have pre-picked some doggone cards to make sure I got some really, really good ones. Okay. So basically the premise is similar to Taboo. And all you're doing is you have the card, whoever's reading it. And you can do teams, you can do every man for themselves or woman, however you want to do it. Girls against guys, just whatever you want to break it up with. And so the person reading is gonna give the clues, and everybody else on the team got to guess. And right now we're not gonna do teams; y'all can all just guess. And so they're gonna be letters. Each letter stands for a word. Okay, this is culture tags. So we try to see how ingrained are you in the culture. And the categories are songs and lyrics, family and friends. You got church. You have words to live by. Let me see. We got TV and film, and we also have daily sayings. In the church category, I found the Saints go nuts. They love that one. I played it on my family reunion Zoom. We had a family reunion Zoom that went forever. And they didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I got a game, and they loved it. So
I just want to tell y'all that I'm going for blood because I did an interview last week and they asked me, it was a game at the end, and they asked me what the rest of Mike Jones' phone number was. And I failed because I couldn't remember the zip code. The area code. So, I gotta redeem my black card. So I'm going for blood.
Okay. All right, here's the first one. Y'all ready? The category is songs and lyrics. This is hashtag culture tags, y'all. So we're gonna do a little quick demo, and I got a couple other games I'm gonna share. But All right, and so I don't know if you're supposed to be able to sing and stuff, but y'all know me, I'm gonna do it. So this one actually is a dance. I'm gonna get close, and so y'all can see the letters. That's the letters. It's
Teach me how to Dougie.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
I was trying not to dance because I was gonna give it. That's it. Teach me how to Dougie. Culture tag. Right?
I love
Tell
it.
you on the back what it is and the category. And so you give hints, or for the songs, I of course sing for the songs.
Right.
You know. And so, all right. So family and friends, if you're trying to decide like if you're going somewhere and what you're about to do, and you're tired of the back and forth, you might say this to them. Oh, is it straight? Y'all got it? I don't know how y'all seeing it. Okay, there we go. Yes. Each letter.
Can you give us that clue again?
Each letter stands for a word. And I was saying, like, an example would be, this category is family and friends. An example would be if y'all trying to decide where y'all gonna go, like, all right, half the people want to go here, half people want to go there. Like, now we're like, all right, so we're doing this or we're not doing this. Another way to say it.
This is happening. I can't see.
Oh Lord, y'all failing on this.
I know the last part. I can't figure out what the E.
The E, right?
Okay, well, say what you know, and then it might come together. Oh, the other category.
Y'all in or y'all out?
Yes, either you're in.
Right. Okay.
You're in or you're out.
Either. I'm like, that wouldn't be it.
Oh, and the other category I forgot to mention is
I
black.
ain't said that. I ain't heard that in a while.
This game.
Where we going? The grocery store?
Either in,
Listen,
either you're in or you're out. Now, let me know.
Yeah.
I should have said old folks saying, but you know, it also has Black Twitter as a category. I didn't tell y'all that.
Oh.
So it really spans all the age ranges. I do believe it has a good wide variety. And so, okay, this one is Black Twitter, and it's something that they say all the time when somebody is, you know, trying to do something or doing too much that, you know, they just need to not do that and focus on what they're good at. So you might tell them to
stay in your lane.
I want to say stop. Nice.
Good job.
I was like, stop it, you're lying.
That's what I thought it was.
Stop it, you lying.
Almost.
Hey,
Stop it.
You lying.
Wait a minute, because low key,
Well, that's what I was thinking.
low key,
Almost.
stop,
Yeah.
stop it, you're lying. That's
You're
what I
lying.
could have been into.
Okay.
Could have been
This is
into.
the church category, y'all. Church. We're gonna take it to church. And so this is something they say all the time in church. And anytime things are not going the way they are supposed to, we know that it's not of the Lord because oh God, crickets.
That ain't nothing but the devil.
Wait,
I got to put the devil. That ain't nothing but the devil. That's a good one.
My mama, who's an ordained minister, would be very proud of that.
Yes, I was like, come on, Angelica now. All right. Now this one is a daily thing. And actually I say this all the time, but y'all might not know. So these are the letters. Oh, Cordero!
yeah.
It's too loud. It's too much for the stream. That's his partner in crime. They do their show together. So y'all tune in on their Tuesdays, Real Talk Tuesdays. What time? 7 p.m. Central?
7:30.
7:30. See, I was close. All right. Daily sayings. See, I'm early though. See, I'm always early, so I think ahead. But this one is real quick. Something you would tell people if you are trying to just like break it down, like, well, this is what it is because, and you could finish that sentence with that, or this might be a bad clue. I'm not doing good. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday because finish the sentence. That might be too hard. Let me see if I get another one. All right, I'm gonna just give y'all this one because my time's going out. At the end of the day.
Yeah, what is?
At the end of the day.
Okay, this one's fun. This is one of my favorite characters. And this is TV and film. Those who know me know I love him. And the song goes do 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 do
That's Fred. I mean, That's Fresh Prince.
Right, but I don't.
Okay,
Right.
so you got to say the
I
words.
was playing. Wait, what?
In West Philadelphia, born
I
and
was
raised.
playing.
nice.
Y'all black.
It's right.
Everybody.
It was
What do you mean? What has got to do with Fresh Prince? I got it.
I'm looking like.
I'm
wait
with
a
it.
minute.
That's the theme song. I'm
It
getting
is.
it right.
You go, girl.
Listen, in West
I
Philadelphia.
like this game.
I like it
I like
too.
this
I do too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen. All right, that was that one.
I'm going to get that. What can I get it from?
Right.
Culturetags.com, or you can get it from Target. And so I told my silver friend, hey Danielle, I told her I was gonna plug her game today, and so she might end up getting to watch it later. But I love it. Like, it's so fun, and there are like hundreds of cards in there. I'm talking about hundreds of cards in here. And then there's words to live by and daily sayings are the other categories. Oh yeah, there you go. Our tech team's on it.
Nice.
I like this one. Words to live by. You know, you can't. If you're telling somebody to do something, right? You want them to also take their own advice. This is another way to say
Practice
that.
what you preach.
Yeah. What you preach. That's a great game. It is.
That's Barry. That's Barry White right there.
Yeah.
It is. I should say that. That's why the song came in my head. See, I'm a musician first.
E-Dubb, is that what you're gonna play when you do your sensual massage?
No, now when I do my sensual massage, I gotta play some set the mood music. I gotta have the candles lit, nice and dark. You know what I mean? Or maybe play some like ocean waves crashing. You know, some stuff like that. You know, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it.
He can stop acting like he can't sing, and he can just serenade her.
Oh, shoot.
About that.
Uh-oh.
Put you on the spot. I am.
Gotta set you apart. Look.
Come on. You want to give us a tune? I'm gonna let you think about it. Okay. Listen, the last one, daily sayings.
Hey. We heard it a little bit.
Come on. Wait, how you gonna just gonna stop? You gonna start to stop?
It was in and out.
Come on, you gotta give it to us again.
Look, here go my partner. Baby, smell so nice when you walked on by. Pardon me, my darling, but do you have a second? Just so I can tell you how you caught my full attention. Now, how is it that you look so well put together, flawless as can be? It just doesn't get no better.
Better sing, okay.
Verse thing, you know.
Yes.
And he playing around with y'all. He can really go. Like he gonna sing in falsetto and do it soft. Like he playing. So, you know, I can call him out because I've known him for how many years? Over a decade. Over a decade, I'm sure. Has it been? It might be.
Long time.
I don't even want to say
12,
that.
13. Between 12 and 15. You know.
Wow, we were just kiddos. That's crazy. Yes, indeed. He actually danced and sang in my mom's show. We used to have a play which we actually might bring back called Sultry Segment of Soul. And Danielle says, "Go, Eddie!" And they were on the show. Danielle was one of my guests before. So yeah, so it's crazy how time flies. And he can dance too. So I'll put you all out here. Okay, so next time on your show, you're gonna have to show them everything. On your TikTok, you know, and all I want is a little credit, you know, when you really blow up, like I just did tell me.
You know I got you. I got you.
All right, y'all. The time flies by. So
I
want to share a couple more things. And tech team, if you can share the other games, you can go ahead and put it up. If not, I will just read them because I was like, I guess once you start searching stuff, oh, there we go. Tech team's the bomb. Yes. So this one popped up and I was like, I got to get this. Oh, you got it? You have it. It's called Black Ono, and it literally It's basically Uno, but they got draw 4s, draw 8s, draw 10s. And you have to answer culture questions.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
We're doing a dating show. We might as well have some fun games. Right? We can do a little romantic stuff, and you know, you gotta have some fun too. I like to have fun. I like to have a good time, and so I thought this was amazing. And so you have to get it from the website blackunocards.com. It's not sold in any brick and mortar like Culture Tags is sold in Target, but I thought this was great.
Is that an actual Uno branch off? Like the actual company? Okay.
No, I think somebody else did it.
Okay. No, that's great. We got to make our own. But I was about to give Uno lots of kudos.
I'm hoping
I'll hold that.
I can verify that, but you know.
Right. Hold that.
I'll hold it.
I know Culture Tags is black owned. Okay, I know her. That's all I can verify for. But I think it'll be a great game, and I'm a gamer. Like Angelica said, like I love the games. My family knows. I'm actually missing a family game night right now. And so, okay, the next one, this one is another one that popped up on my feed because I guess I was looking for games, and so more just kept popping up. And so these are date night cards, and they're finally back in stock. And it says, tonight, let's talk. And so this one has prompting questions that you would ask the other person to kind of keep the conversation going. And then so it's a game, and I guess, you know, whoever gets the most points or something wins. I didn't read the fine print. But it says, tonight, let's talk for the date night. And I thought that was so interesting. So I was like, okay, I got to make sure to mention this, give them a little shout out. And I'm going to
can I give a plug
yes.
to a game company? So another Black-owned game company that's owned by one of my friends and her boyfriends, it is called Rep Your Music. And it is a card game that has categories. And so, like, for example, you put the card down and it says, best disc record, and you go around and you all have to say your answer to that question, and whoever wins, like whoever has the best idea of what their favorite thing for that category is, wins the round, and just goes around and around. So he also has a board game, but this Rep Your Music card game is new, and they're having like a sale. They had a major Black Friday sale, so again, it's called Rep Your Music. And I gotta support my own. Those are my people.
Absolutely.
Yes, tech team.
Okay.
Yes.
I Inez, your tech team is on point. Your tech team is on point.
Come on, y'all clap it up. Just clap it up. Come on.
Yes.
And my Monday, I got different tech teams, and they are both the bomb. And they have kept my shows going on even when I was literally, I don't know if y'all know, but I was in the hospital. Like, I mean, this spider bite trying to take my butt out of here, okay? It was an infection that spread everywhere. And then 2 weeks at home, still on medicine and stuff. And so I feel like I'm just now getting back. I actually had some energy, but Lord have mercy, they have kept it going. And I was like, thank you. And each week, the show still went on. So I was like, well, look at that. The show's going on even without me. And it was dope. I went back and, you know, watched them and stuff. And people like God's Gift and others have stepped up to help. So kudos and thank you. Y'all know who you are, who have stepped up to help in that regard. I love you. I love you. And yes, thank you for my tech team. And so real quick before we get out of here, I'm going to share with y'all my upcoming events because the time flies by, and then we'll do final remarks. So we'll go a few minutes over. But y'all love me. I know they're going to watch it anyway. And so today we did a small business spotlight because I'm really big on supporting small businesses of all different ethnicities, right? Because small businesses are small businesses. And so last small business, I had Jessica Marking on, who's a good friend of mine. So check that out if you missed it. And then today, of course, and we have Miss Angelica London with her London Art. Let me make sure I say it right. And you can put them back on the Go ahead, Angelica.
Yeah. So my company, the art business itself is A London Art LLC, but the sip and paint business and like the kits, excuse me, are a branch from the DBA of that called Lit Kit Art Box.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so it's two then, basically.
Yeah, I'm doing the most. It's a lot.
Girl, I run 6 businesses.
But I'm legit. Finally, I've been in business for over a year, and I'm like, over 10 years, and I finally got the LLC. I'm working on trademarks. So 2020 for me was like getting my ducks in a row. You know, all reasons intended. Like it's really important.
I love it. I love it. And then we got Lita Lita, and you have a lot of different ones. And I really want to see this candle making one. I want to talk about that one. And you heard a couple of others, but yes, if you want to go ahead and give a final plug for your
Yes.
product.
So the Lifted by Lita kits, whatever you want, just hit me up. I can figure out what I have in stock to make you have a good time. The candle making kits are definitely fun. And the next day, you can actually chill out, talk, and smell your own candle that you made. It's beautiful.
I love it. I love it. You know, we got to get creative. We got to get creative. I heard a lot of people do, they cook together. A lot of people are doing just being creative. They're, making things together at home or doing the, do-it-yourself kind of projects together.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought that was cute. And it was a bunch of comments. So if I get a second, I will go back in and make sure to share, because a lot of people share some great comments on that thread. And so y'all got to make sure to comment on my threads, because that's how I get my content for my lives. So make sure I'm giving y'all what you want. And so, okay, so I'm going to talk to y'all real quick about the upcoming events that we might have going here. I know she was putting it up as we're running over time here now, but I always go live, of course, on Thursday nights. And if you want to be a sponsor, so you all my business owners on here, the ones watching, and you want to have your product featured or advertised and have a set slot in space or mentioned, there's different levels. I made it very affordable because I just believe that it's really smart to get your product placed, product placements. The visibility of a product is important. And so, in your business and your name, and then you can get more clients, right? That you might not have gotten before. And so, like I said, our reach is actually pretty wide. I'm so surprised. Like when I look at these numbers, it's like 5,000 folks we're reaching, and I'm like, little old me who just started, a few months ago. Thank you. And so, follow me on YouTube if you're not following, because I do got to get that up. And Instagram, Lord, YouTube and Instagram, please, at Inez K Jones. And we can go to the next slide. But every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I go live. Next week, we have some other authors coming, and we have 2 authors that are going to be guests, and we're going to be talking. The topic is Dear Future Husband, Dear Future Wife. And so I'm going to leave that there. It's going to be pretty good. They both got books on it, and so we're going to go in because y'all know I love my dating courting topics, especially since I find myself back in the field. And so we are we're doing that. And then after that, every 4th Thursday, I always sing. And so this one, I have EJ. EJ is going to be singing with me for Christmas Eve, y'all. So come on, it's Christmas Eve. We have some Christmas music. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Put us on your TV at home, and it'll be great. And then the last Thursday of the year, I'm just going to give y'all me. Like we started my original lives with just me pouring, what I had to share with the world. And we're going to reflect on this 2020, and we're going to brainstorm and plan for this 2021. And so I've learned a lot of lessons that I've heard a lot of them have as well. And did I get all the slides, tech team? Just keep them going if I missed them. All right, thank you. And my group is Breaking Belief Barriers, and that is on Facebook. So please join it if you haven't. And I have content normally weekly, but I had to take a little sabbatical, but I'll be back at it and help you to break through your limiting beliefs, because everyone on this live broke through a limiting belief of what they could do, what they thought their limitations was, what they thought that they were able to achieve or not achieve, right? Or even being an entrepreneur or going live, right? For the first time. And so I believe that is the shift that helps everyone to, become their best self. And that's one of my passions and purposes on this planet. And then on Monday nights, I go live at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Mondays, every Monday on the same channel at Inez K Jones with my Makeup Mondays. And so I always have a makeup artist, and we get it in, and it's always a lot of fun. And so I do free giveaways on that one, so you can get some free products. Y'all know I'm a Mary Kay sales director, so I'm always hubbing my brand. And I think that's it. I hope I didn't
Always.
Yes, it's so much. I'm trying to remember. I'm a little rusty. I ain't been on here in 7, 8 episodes. I couldn't believe how many episodes I missed. I was like, Lord, do what you got to do. I'm like, okay. But I'm
back now.
Back. I'm glad to be back. And I appreciate you all.
We're glad you're back.
Here. And do you have any last words? Do you have any last words you want to share on this?
I just want to thank you. Just thank you for letting me host the show, letting me be a part of it. Is always truly a blessing and an honor, and I enjoy having the conversations thank you to the two lovely ladies that we had on the show, and I enjoyed conversing with you all. So thank you.
Likewise. Thanks, Inez.
Same.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate
Inez, you're the best.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Nah, stop it.
Thanks for coming back and you came back for us. We appreciate it.
That's so serious. Wait, nah.
I'm glad you came back because I was gonna get them some intense questions. They was gonna be like, I can't answer this on live. What you talking about?
Oh, no,
I can't say that. I was gonna go look.
Uh-oh.
He was like, "Oh, this
Look.
is my show now. I can ask my question."
You know what I'm saying? Now wait a minute. Now here we go.
Listen, I'm so glad to be back, and thank you. I saw that. Welcome back, Cordero Style Guru, y'all. Check him and Ed out on Tuesdays, right? At 7:30 p.m. on their channel at C2E Entertainment.
C2E Entertainment. Yeah.
Yes. I want to make sure I got that right. And so you all enjoy my song "Secret Place" is going to finish playing for you on the way out, and I might make that available on 2021 for y'all to actually purchase. But I love you all. I thank you. My fans are amazing, and the followers, the prayers, the messages, the hugs, the inboxes have been overwhelming, and I'm so appreciative of it. I needed all of it. I've absorbed all of that energy to get better, and I'm almost at 100%, but I'm back, and we just gonna roll with it. And so I love it. And thank you to my fabulous guests. Guys, give E-Dubb, the co-host or the hostess with the mostest. He ain't need me, but I love it. I think we could make a good little tag team. Yeah. And Lita, thank you. I didn't even know you before this, but now we know each other.
Yeah, we're connected. I love it.
And Angelica, I love you. That's my Neo, so that's a special kind of love. For the Deltas, I'm so hoarse. I can't oop right. But I am excited. And so thank you to everyone. And we're going to get out of here, y'all. So y'all have a fantastic evening. If you watch it later, we want you to put #replay and follow me at Inez K. Jones on all social media platforms. Have a good evening.
You as well. Bye.
Bye.
Later.